Anyway, I bought this back last fall, and hadn't really had a chance to play with it. As I said, my original MIG had very straightforward instructions. I think all the scales were 0 to 10 or 0 to 100. And it was a MIG welder, nothing else. This one, of course, has like 6 functions it'll do. I'm only interested in the one. But the scales, the current goes 40 amp to 200 amp. The voltage is -5 volts to +5 volts. Wire speed runs from 7.5 feet per minute to 30 feet per minute. Now, the feet per minute on wire speed means absolutely nothing to me. I just know that 7.5 feet per minute is much slower than 30 feet per minute. It would have been much easier a MIG to operate if it was simple to operate and it didn't have all these dials and displays and LEDs. So now I started working with it directly with the center lid for my oil bath to paper filter conversion. And I thought, well, you know, I'm just spot welding. This is thin sheet metal, I'll turn it down, blah, blah. Well, I blew a hole in it first thing out. So I turned it, messed with it some more, the controls, blew another hole in it. So I thought, well, I better quit this before I ruin everything. So then I took another piece of sheet metal that came from that same project, which is fairly thin. It's probably 18 gauge, and blew holes in it until I got the settings right, or close to right. And then I got some pretty good welds with good penetration. Now, of course, then I went to Tractor Supply and I got a piece looking for some sheet metal to practice on. And they didn't have anything thinner than 16 gauge. They had nothing thinner than 16 gauge, which I really wanted 18, 20 gauge, something like that. But the 16 gauge worked. So I've been using it this afternoon, and immediately after I dialed in the MIG a little bit, got the heat range where I wanted it, and the MIG and the wire speed, it welds wonderfully. I mean, some good penetration and some decent looking welds. Now, I'm not a welder by any stretch of the imagination, but the welds came out nice for, you know, somebody returning to MIG welding after 30 years. So I can't complain now. So then I thought, well, let me put a couple more spot welds on this, on my air filter project. And then I realized what the problem was. One of the problems, there's a lot of oil present on those pieces that I'm trying to weld. I mean, I cleaned them, but there's still oil present. And that's not making for some happy welding, let me tell you. So I'm not sure. My plan was to do a solid bead all the way around the lid. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to blow more holes in it, but I will spot weld it, and then we'll go from there. We'll figure out what to do. I don't know, this project's becoming a lot more work than I anticipated. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking it would have been a whole lot easier just to rehab your oil bath filter on the car now. Just change the oil and clean the filter media, done. Oh, anyway, that's going to happen too as well. Anyway, the other project I'm working on, I got another utility cart. I'm having trouble keeping track of where all my sandpaper. I've got a lot of pressure sensitive PSA sandpaper to go on my DAs and my blocks, and I just need a way to keep it handy, where I can take it from where I'm working to another spot, and also be able to store some of my common air tools, which the DAs and things like that, I'll keep at the bottom of my sanding blocks. So anyway, that's what I'm working on too. I've got it about half assembled, thanks to the leverage of my son to help me with part of it. And this was one of the this is a WEN, W-E-N, fiberglass utility cart. It was less expensive than the metal one that Tractor Supply, or Harbor Freight sells, and it really didn't have to be metal. You know, it's just for sandpaper and a few tools, etc. Anyway, I'll try to get that wrapped up now. I'm done. I'm done with the welding. I'm happy with it, and I will tell you, at one point last night, I was thinking, can I get another MIG welder that's just got 4 knobs and it's all in English? Does it exist? Well, it does, and it's called a Miller, and it's about $2,000. So anyway, I will continue to figure this thing out, and maybe I'll learn English in the meantime. All right, well, thank you. All right, that's it for Shadetree Garage. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button and consider subscribing. All right, on Monday is Memorial Day. Please remember our fallen veterans, those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. All right, God bless them and God bless America. Until next time, take care.